Here comes Chris Paul. The lob. A jam! Oh, what a monster jam by DeAndre Jordan!
I want to see it again. This could be as good as anyone we saw from Blake. It has been 30 years and 3 cities for the Clippers. Puts the period on the evening. The Clippers will advance to the second round of the NBA playoffs. The drought is over.
With the 7th pick in the 2008 NBA draft, the LA Clippers select Eric Gordon from Indiana University.
I wanted to win this game so bad because, you know, we haven't won that many games, and for all the guys that you know, we've been shorthanded, and it's just good to get a win like this here at home, overcome some wins down the road.
And that means the #1 pick in the 2009 NBA draft will be made by the Los Angeles Clippers.
It'll be the 3rd time that the Clippers get the #1 selection, an opportunity perhaps at Blake Griffin.
The Los Angeles Clippers select Blake Griffin.
Hugs, kisses, a lot of love around. As expected, Blake Griffin, the all-galaxy, all-everything forward from the University of Oklahoma, goes #1.
Griffin's rookie year looked very promising. He averaged 13 points and 8 rebounds during the preseason. His projected return was to be around the 20th of January, but after visiting a doctor due to continued soreness, the Clippers announced Griffin had been shut down for the season.
Gordon cut through. They go to Barrett. He'll turn and shoot for the win. Bingo! The ball is in his hand. It's out of his hand.
Good.
Wow.
With the 8th pick in the 2010 NBA draft, the Los Angeles Clippers select Al-Farouq Aminu from Wake Forest University.
The direction is headed is obviously, I want to thank Blake for taking the time to come down here. We obviously were all excited, no one more than myself, to get him on the basketball court and to make this organization and team that much better.
He took off from the bottom half of the circle.
You know what? I hate to say this, that wasn't the greatest dunk,
but the presentation was pretty fun.
Left the Warriors to go back to the Clippers, got a, you know, making a lot of money, but nonetheless, traded from the Clippers to the worst team in the league, the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Around the Griffin screen, pick, roll, slam dunk! Oh me, oh my, what a play! He stopped about 3 feet short of the rim and just threw it down. He's the first unanimous winner of the Rookie of the Year award in over 10 years. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2010-11 T-Mobile NBA Rookie of the Year, Blake Griffin.
I'm excited to be here in LA with this unbelievable franchise. You know, there's so much history behind it. I'm excited, like he said, to bring a championship here to LA in a Clippers uniform.
This team is no joke. As far as I'm concerned, the Los Angeles Clippers have officially become one of the top 4 teams in the Western Conference. They are on the verge of being better than the Lakers before this season ends.
It's a physical game.
Oh me, oh my! A monster jam by Blake Griffin. The fans can hardly believe what they just saw.
Win or go home is the theme of the postseason. After taking a 3-1 series lead, the Clippers found themselves in a Game 7 situation against the Grizzlies, but they pulled off the 82-72 win, sending them to the second round in San Antonio.
We had a good season. You know, I think it's a good sign for our team that there's no more victories. You know, it's not like we made it to the playoffs. It's all good and well. We feel like we should have still been playing.
We can play with anybody. I would never say that you know, we couldn't beat a team, and I really believe that. I think that with our talent and our depth, we can go toe-to-toe with whoever it is. I think we have the experience as well.
Just to see where the team was going, to see the pieces they have in place. It's a first-class organization. Coach Del Negro, I'm a huge fan of, you know, and this was a place I've always looked at like, wow, they're really putting it together, you know, and just to be a part of that, to have.
I think sooner, I mean, there's no actual set schedule, but I think we'd obviously like to do things as quickly as possible just to make sure that we can move forward. So there's no real time frame.
Bench is something that you count on for the long season. 82-game season is a long season. You got to have that bench to lean on. We're so versatile with the lineups that we'll be capable of. I think for us, it's all about coming in, building that team chemistry.
Here's Kamen with good defense, but into the hands of Crawford. Oh, what a play! Behind the back. Then Lob City to DeAndre Jordan. Now that was a highlight play.
Here comes Chris Paul. The lob. A jam! Oh, what a monster jam by DeAndre Jordan!
I want to see it again. This could be as good as anyone we saw from Blake. Are you kidding me?
What we learned from last year was that it takes a lot of focus. Each game, like we keep saying, is a game in itself. You don't carry over. Now we got to go down to Memphis and, try to steal a game. We got to be greedy.
It's very frustrating, no matter if we beat them last year or not. We felt like, after the first 2 games, we had done a good job, and then we didn't do a good job of responding. They outworked us. Credit to them. They deserved it. They fought harder than we did.
It's nice to do a lot of winning. It's nicer to be the winner. That's why I'm here. That's what I want to do. Try to win titles. For us, we have to prove that we can win a series first and then build from there.
At this point in my career, I'm only focused on, building for the postseason, because that's where you make your name and that's where you make your imprint in history. If you think about it, we're trying to play for a championship.
I expect us to build towards a championship, and I don't know, we have new faces, we have old guys returning, but Doc will do a great job of building camaraderie and a team, and we'll compete for a championship. That's my expectation.
Blake Griffin, to me, is a superstar talent. He has to work on elements of his game in terms of his post game, and he has to develop a more consistent outside shot. I think he'll be even better. I think he's box office. I think he's a big-time talent.
Griffin looks, gets it back.
What a play over Humphries! Welcome to my poster!
Wow, out of nowhere.
Throwing the book at Donald Sterling, who will never again sit courtside at another Clippers game.
Effective immediately, I am banning Mr. Sterling for life from any association with the Clippers organization or the NBA.
And now they will advance. The Los Angeles Clippers have won Game 7. And they advance to the second round with tears of joy down the face of their first-year coach, Doc Rivers.
A 2-time recipient of this award, Jamal came off the bench in 45 of the 69 games and led all NBA reserves in scoring. The Kia NBA Sixth-Man Trophy to Jamal Crawford.
Paul with the jumper. Yes! Clutch jump shot by Chris Paul. The Oklahoma City Thunder have come from 15 back.
Disappointed. I feel like could have been a very different series. Just a couple small things. How guys handled themselves throughout this season and also the playoffs. Faced a lot of clutter.
I love basketball.
Yeah,
There's just no sport as great as basketball. The poetry, the speed, the decision making. I just love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And for me to be involved is a heck of a lot of fun.
I kidded about this last year, and I started calling him CP0 because he has 0 rings. He has a whole lot more to prove in the postseason because that is unacceptable given his ability.
Blake Griffin will turn, shoot a 3 from the layup. Bounce, it goes! The Clippers win! It goes! Can you believe it?
Green on Paul, and he got it! 1 second left! Clippers by 2! And the Clippers have ripped the heart out of the Spurs!
128-95. The Clippers with a 3-1 lead in the series. They've scored 117, 109, 124, and now 128.
Houston was out. They were on the mat. They were down 89-70. They went on a 49-18 run in the last 14 and a half minutes. Outscored the Clippers 40-15.
The Clipper curse, #1 picks, getting hurt, not working out, not making the playoffs, not having winning seasons, No one talked about getting past the second round, but now that's what everybody talks about. We didn't play well enough.
I don't even know who you're talking about. I know they got a center over there that's pretty good, but no, I don't know who you're talking about. I mean, look, the Clippers are the Clippers. You can change the players, you can change the owners, but the Clippers are just who they've been for the last 30 years.
Pierce will turn 38 this fall. Although LA's been eliminated in the second round of the playoffs in 3 of the past 4 years, Pierce does join a Clippers team that could be legitimate championship contenders. He'll be surrounded by guys like Chris Paul and Blake Griffin.
Who has the league's deepest bench?
I'm taking the Los Angeles Clippers because I am astonished at what they have. It's a heck of a lot deeper. They just ran out of gas in the postseason last year, and not to make an excuse as to why they gave up that 3-1 lead to the Rockets.
You can't have an MVP caliber player getting in this kind of a situation where he's keeping himself out of the lineup now for potentially weeks. I mean, this is one of the top players in the league who's not going to be able to play because of a silly off-court incident.
CP3. JJ has it. Fires in time for the win. The Clippers win!
Look at Redick on the delay. They didn't need a 3. That is plenty good, folks.
To be the first 3-time winner of this award.
It's a surreal feeling, to be honest with you. I think this one's probably even more important. Nobody really expected this to happen again. Being here again is something that's so humbling. It's something I don't take for granted.
There's Griffin with the stuff. And that's the first time we have seen that tonight.
Nice drop pass by Chris Paul, and he just explodes to the rim.
The Clippers were dealing with 2 major injuries, Chris Paul's broken right hand and Blake Griffin aggravating a left quad injury that sidelined him for half the season. Doc Rivers saying it didn't look good for either player and that we'd know more tomorrow.
Pierce to Rivers for the game. Short, and the Trailblazers advance to the second round. Wow.
It's the same story coming into the season every year with the Clippers. Will this be the last run for Chris Paul and Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan? Is it over? If they don't get to a conference finals, because Chris Paul has never gotten there, if they don't advance there, it's time to go.
The team confirmed that Paul will miss 6 to 8 weeks with a torn ligament in his thumb. The 9-time All-Star is averaging over 17 points, 9 assists, and 3 rebounds per game in a Clippers season that already had Blake Griffin out with a knee injury.
Blake Griffin and a foul.
Fronting in the post, as you can see here by the replay, and Plumlee just late rotating over. Give it to Plumlee, though.
You know, Blake is part of their 1-2 punch. Sometimes he plays great, sometimes he plays so-so, but, you know, he's still a force to be reckoned with. And with him not being out there, Clippers, they're in trouble.
What do you think the team needs to do in order to get over the hump next year?
Luckily, that's not my job. My job is to come in, try to make sure I'm in the best shape possible, try to lead our team and stuff like that. That's not my job.
A big thank you to Los Angeles, the city of Los Angeles, the Clippers organization. They've been unbelievable to me and my family for the past 6 years. To be here now, at this point in my career, it's all about winning.
The Los Angeles Clippers have done a sign and trade to acquire Danilo Gallinari. They've gotten the Hawks involved. Atlanta will get Jamal Crawford, along with the first-round draft pick from 2018 that belonged to Houston.
This was my first choice prior to free agency in terms of a fit in basketball. If you're going to make any sort of choice, like you're going to want to enjoy what you're doing. And I felt really comfortable that I would have fun playing here.
The true fan base it's more loyal to a team. Having gone through a long drought, like Doc said, we have a lot of unfinished business here this next season. For the Clippers and for myself, I've never been more excited about. I'm looking forward to getting back out there.
If you want to win, I don't know why you stay in LA. You stay in LA because you like the town. You stay in LA because you want to be a star. You stay in LA because you want to have big stats. And Blake can put up big stats with him being the man. The man.
This injury and his reaction, I think, Casey, is probably the most alarming to me. As you can see, Lonzo Ball going for the loose ball, and Austin Rivers is the one that eventually trips and falls into Blake Griffin's knee.
Shocked is a good way to put it. I didn't know anything. I pretty much found out when everybody else found out. So, yeah, it just kind of took a second to realize, okay, like everything's changing.
And so it comes to an end. The LA Clippers. They're going to wind up with a winning season, but not a season that winds up in the playoffs.
But he's still an elite rebounder, and I think he's still a valuable asset to a team that's trying to rebuild itself quickly and become a playoff contending team again.
Doc Rivers and many around the NBA who consider the Clippers a championship favorite, and the way that they went out this year, losing in the conference semifinals, blowing a 3-1 lead